Ambedkar's idea on the relationship between rights and representation. The political theorists define rights as either natural rights or human rights. The idea of natural right is based on the assumption that the nature has given certain rights like life, liberty and private property John Locke to all human beings, and all such rights are governed by the law of nature. Natural rights are supposed to be universally applicable and hence cannot be infringed by the state, society or individual. Whereas, the idea of human rights is built on the assumption that a human being is entitled to certain basic rights by the virtue of being human. These basic rights are applicable across the territorial boundary of nation-states. Categorization of rights on the basis of applicability. Rights can be broadly classified into the following: moral, legal, civil, political, socio-economic, culture. These rights have further evolved in 4 generations. The first generation rights were the civil and political rights, which served to protect the individual from the excessive state. They originated in the Magna Carta 1215, but incorporated substance from the Petition of Rights 1627, the Bill of Rights 1688, the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizens 1791, the French Revolution 1789, and the Philadelphia Constitutional Convention 1787. The second generation rights consisted of economic and social rights. They were ushered in by the Russian Revolution 1917. Derived from the Soviet Bill of Rights and inspired by the Bolshevik slogan of bread, land and all power to the Soviets. The second generation rights also laid the foundation of conflict with the first generation rights, because it accorded precedence to economic and social rights over civil and political rights. The third generation rights consisted of right of self-determination of nations. The First World War introduced the doctrine of self-determination in the arena of international relations. However, anti-colonial struggles imported this doctrine and laid down the foundation of the third generation rights. The implicit concern of these rights was decolonization and freedom from imperialism. The new social movements added more teeth in these rights by bringing concerns like racial discrimination, hunger, disease and malnourishment. The fourth generation rights are taking shape in the post-Cold War period. Intergenerational right is central concern of these rights. These rights include issue of inclusive and sustainable development, ecology and environment, gender justice, minority rights, rights of refugees and displaced persons. The last 3 generations of rights were added only in the 20th century. The reason behind this addition was the churnings caused by the world wars, communist revolutions, the Great Depression, anti-colonial struggle, and new social movements. The natural rights discourse was unable to respond to the challenges caused by such churnings. As a result of which, a paradigm shift happened in the discourse of rights, and the discourse moved away from natural rights to human rights. The United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948 made a formal announcement about this shift. Modern democracies have been evolving through continuous incorporation of these rights, and this process is still going on. But this incorporation has made rights indispensable to modern democracy. India has incorporated these rights in the Constitution under the sections of the Fundamental Rights and Directive Principles of States Policy. Dr. Ambedkar played a seminal role in the incorporation of these rights, which has led to the March of Rights on the Indian soil. In this unit we will explore his contribution towards the realization of rights in our country in addition to his idea of rights.